Hello and welcome to today's special announcement of an historic first ever boxing event at the iconic Pat Rafter Arena here in Brisbane, and it is just 5 weeks away. So Thursday the 18th of September, that is the date for this world-class boxing card, which will be headlined by a world title eliminator. I'm Ben Damon from Main Event Television, which will be the official broadcaster, of course, of this stacked card and this historic night of boxing that you will see on Main Event, brought to you by KO and Foxtel as well. A shot at the IBF welterweight world title will be up for grabs when Australia's former world champion, Queensland's Liam Paro, is back in action against the French world number 5, David Paro. He is undefeated in 31 fights as a professional so far. So it is a world-class headline act with Liam Paro back in action, the Queenslander who we last saw in action on Fox Sports, and now will headline this pay-per-view event on Main Event. And it's a stacked undercard as well, featuring Brisbane's former 2-time world title challenger in the always entertaining Liam Wilson, and Paulo Aokuso is back in action as well on Fox Sports, and he has a difficult matchup as part of this undercard as well. So the venue is the Pat Rafter Arena here in Brisbane. The date is Thursday the 18th of September. The broadcaster, of course, is Main Event, available via Foxtel and KO, and the promoter is No Limit Boxing. The big boss there is George Rose. George, just have a look around at this venue. It is quite an iconic sporting venue, but it just looks perfect for boxing on a beautiful day here in Brisbane.
Yeah, look, it's a tennis arena, but, mate, this is built for boxing. This is absolutely beautiful, this arena. It's a pleasure to be here. We're really excited to be bringing the first boxing event here to the Pat Rafter Arena. And just being here back in Brisbane again is outstanding. I managed to get in early last night and got to head down to the Ekka, catch the fireworks last night. There's a real buzz around Brisbane at the moment. Went for a walk along the river this morning. This is a fantastic city, a fantastic sporting city. And this arena is a testament to that. They've got the Olympics coming here in 7 years. They've got they've got the Broncos and the Lions, both doing all right. But we've got boxing coming here to the Pat Rafter Arena in September, and I can't wait.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a bad seat in the house, you wouldn't think, in a venue like this. Everyone right on top of the action, and it'll be exciting action as well. George, tell us about how big a fight this is for Liam Paro, who you're so excited to be working with once again, a world title eliminator. This is the big time.
No, it's massive, and we told Liam, when we spoke to Liam, we said we want him to get back to the top where he belongs, and that performance in Cairns, that Cairns event was one of my most exciting ones of the year. I thought the performances there were fantastic. The vibe in Queensland was really good, and I think that's what's following Liam Paro now, is that Queensland's really getting behind Liam, and he's really building this fan base even more so here. And this is a world title eliminator, so he's fighting the next best guy in the world. Liam Paro is the best in the world. He's fighting the next best for a world title shot, and this is a massive fight for Liam. It's up in weight, so it's going to be even tougher, but he doesn't stray away from challenges. The one thing that I love about every man sitting at this table here is no one shies away from a challenge. They all want the tough tests, and Liam Paro's got a very tough test coming ahead.
Yeah, he does. World number 5 Frenchman David Paro. He's undefeated in 31 fights as a professional so far. Was there any thought about giving Liam Paro a slightly easier sort of a task in his first fight at the weight?
I think Liam would slap me in the mouth if I tried to give him an easy fight, and that's something that I don't want to happen. I don't want to upset Liam in any way. He wants tough fights. He wants to be back at the top. We want to see him at the top. He belongs at the top. He's a world champion. All he needs is that opportunity to prove it yet again, and to do that, he's got to take them tough fights. He wants the tough fights, and we're happy to see it because it'll make for very entertaining viewing for anybody who's here live in the arena or anybody who's watching at home.
How big a star can Liam Paro be in Australian boxing? You've seen plenty of names become super names in the sports. Is Liam Paro the next pay-per-view star in Australian boxing?
Well, I think he is. Based on his performance that we saw in Cairns, what he's done in his past, the world title that he won is still one of the greatest fights that I've seen, one of the biggest upsets I've seen, and one that deserved to be seen by everyone. This is Liam Paro coming back and reintroducing himself to all of Australia and all over the world. And I think he's going to be a fantastic champion. Not only that, he's going to be a fantastic champion for a very long time.
World title fight in this very venue, do you think, down the track for Liam Paro? It has a big fight feel to it, a venue like this.
Nah, there's a great vibe here. I'm already loving it. I mean, we haven't even got anyone sitting in the crowd here at the moment, but just the feel of this arena, like I said, this is built for boxing. They might have some great tennis matches coming through here, but this arena is built for boxing, and we're going to show Brisbane and we're going to show Australia just how good of a boxing arena this can be. And they might have to rename it to Paro Boxing Arena after he keeps taking over it the way that he will.
We got Liam Wilson over to your right as well. Very excited to see Liam in action every time that he does take to the ring. Where do you think that he's at? What does a victory do for him in terms of getting him back into a world title fight?
Nah, he's a beast. He's a beast. And the thing about Liam is that he's got some crazy knockout power for that weight, and as a result, he ends up with guys who want to run from him for a long time whenever he steps into the ring with them. So he's a guy that can push the pace. That can be absolutely anything, and Liam Wilson's going to. He's going to put on a fantastic performance yet again. I love the combination that they had in Cairns. The Liams in Cairns, I thought it was a really good combination, and they're doing it again. They're going to do it again here in Brisbane. So taking over Queensland, the boys.
And it's a home ground event as well for the Caboolture boy Liam Wilson. So you'd expect there'll be plenty of Wilson fans in the house.
Absolutely. There'll be plenty of fans here, and I think the performances that he's had here in the past, he's always delivered. He's always put on a fantastic fight. But the thing about him is, like I said, he's got that knockout power that can absolutely change a fight at any stage, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him in action, and looking forward to seeing his local fans get behind him yet again. The King of Caboolture will be back throwing that hook from hell to showcase to everyone here, and I think, again, in this arena, a big knockout win would be fantastic. It doesn't have to get that, but I'm always loving a big knockout win, especially here. It'll be great.
And light heavyweight contender Paulo Aokuso is back on a no-limit card. How excited are you to see him back?
No, look, I love him, and he's a fantastic fighter. Yet again, like I said about all three of these guys, they don't shy away from a challenge. They don't shy away from a tough opponent, and he's got a guy that's undefeated, that's got 5 knockouts. He's a headhunter. It's a tough fight, but every fight that we've put him in the past, he's always taken a tough fight. It's always been a step up from the moment that he started through to now. It's always been a step up, taking on a tough challenge, and this one's going to be another tough challenge, but it's great to have him back on the card, and I'm looking forward to him reminding everyone what Sweet Pea brings to the boxing ring, and I think that he'll put on a fantastic performance here. Again, if you're here in this arena, how could you not want to come out and put on an absolute show walking into here?
Yeah, that is 8-0 Paulo Aokuso, and the opponent that George just mentioned is Casey Dixon from the United States. He is 6-0 with 5 knockouts, so that is the intended light heavyweight matchup. As part of this stacked undercard, cannot wait to bring you the action on main events on Thursday, the 18th of September. But tickets, if those in Brisbane want to get here to this iconic venue, how do they go about getting them, George?
Yeah, look, if you're not already registered with nolimitboxing.com.au, make sure you get on there and you register. nolimitboxing.com.au, that's how you get the pre-sale. You get access to pre-sale. We all go on sale next Thursday. They will go quick. This is a limited floor space. I know the floor will sell out very quick, so if you want to get first access to the tickets, make sure you jump online. Make sure you register at nolimitboxing.com.au and get down here, because this is going to be a great night of fight. So to be here live and to witness it at the first time that we bring a boxing event here to the Pat Rafter Arena, that's one for the memories. That's one that you'll have to be here for. But it's a really exciting time for No Limit Boxing right now. We've got a lot coming up. We've got Sam Goodman fighting for a world title this weekend. We've got Nikita Zoo back in the ring next week in another huge fight. That'll be on Main Event and KO Sports, so make sure you watch that. And I also would like to give you a little tease. We're going Sydney next week, then we're coming to Brisbane in September. In October 11th, we're looking at bringing a fight down to Melbourne. So for the Melbourne fans, make sure that you're staying tuned. Jump on nolimitboxing.com.au and also be ready for when we bring a fight down to Melbourne in October.
Okay, there you go. October 11, the intended date for No Limit going to Melbourne, as brought to you there by George Rose. I did want to ask you about those fights that you just mentioned, though, very quickly, George, because it is a big few days. This Sunday morning, of course, the entire Australian sporting public will be tuning into Main Event to watch a fight from Saudi Arabia when our own Sam Goodman takes on Nick Ball for a version of the world title. Then we've got a big fight week in Sydney next week with Nikita Zoo in action as the headline act, and Michael Zarafa and Brock Jarvis also on that card. It is an extremely big busy time. Just on the fight in Saudi Arabia, I'm sure you've been talking to the Goodman camp, as I have as well. They sound extremely confident of doing the business over there for the world title.
Yeah, look, I jumped the gun on you there, Ben. I'm bloody excited. There's a lot coming up, and I think this weekend is really going to set the tone for what we've got for the rest of the year. Sam Goodman has worked hard to be in this position. He's fighting for the WBA world title this weekend against Nick Bull. He's going up in weight. It's a tough fight, but it's one that they know that they can win, and I'm supporting Sam all the way. So if you know, make sure you get up early on Sunday to tune in and watch him and support him. He's representing our country, he's representing us all, so make sure you support Sam Goodman this weekend.
And plenty of interest in the new diet announcement of Nikita Zhu over the last 24 hours or so, George. How do you feel about those revelations?
Yeah, look, it's interesting. I like mine with Milo. Everybody's got their own preferences, but, you know, Nikita Zhu, he's a quirky character. It's great to have him back in the ring Wednesday night. He's going to remind everyone not only how quirky he is, he's done that well this week, but also remind everyone what he can do in the ring. And I'm excited to have him back, and it's a great time for Australian boxing with so much talent, not only what we've got here on the table, but also the other fights that we've got coming up.
Yeah, it's a big day on Sunday with those fights, of course, in the morning, live from Saudi Arabia on main event. Then there'll be an open workout ahead of the Nikita Zhu event, and then we go Monday, the press conference, Tuesday, the weigh-in, and into the fights next Wednesday night. But right now, let's talk to some of the fighters who'll be a part of this card here in Brisbane on the 18th of September. Paulo Aokuso, as mentioned, does return to a No Limit show for the first time in a little while. Paulo, great to see you. Just have a look around and take in this venue. It looks like somewhere that you might have some fun.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. The last time I was here, I was fighting at the Brisbane Convention Centre. There was a lot of crowd there, a lot of people came to watch out. But yeah, no, I'm excited to fight here at Pat Arena, especially on Liam Paro's main event card. I'm excited. I'm ready to do what I've trying to be doing for so long.
Yeah, tell us where you're at. You're 8-0 as a professional now, undefeated, of course. Have we seen the best of Paulo Aokuso yet?
No, not yet. I just had a little break. But yeah, no, I've been grinding, I've been training. I'm ready to take everyone out here in Australia.
There's a tough opponent who is meant to be coming from America in Casey Dixon, 6-0 with 5 stoppages so far. I'm sure that's the sort of challenge that you would welcome, someone with a big punching knockout record like that?
Yeah, 100%. I'm always up to a challenge. I'm always up to, just to let everyone know my skills. I feel like no one's really seen it enough. I feel like this American opponent will definitely show out my skills and what I have in my bag.
Anyone else in Australia that you're interested in fighting?
After I'm done with this American fella, I'm coming for every Australian. I know there's a lot of Australian light heavyweight fighters coming up, taking the spotlight. I just got to let you guys know I'm still here. I know why he's talking when I'm still here. So, I'm ready to take over the light heavyweight division.
All right. Anything else from you, Paulo, before I let you go?
Nah, nothing else. Just make sure you tune in and watch this fight. It's going to be cracker.
Yeah, can't wait to see Paulo Aokuso back in action, and always exciting to see Liam Wilson when he fights, and he'll be doing so again at home again. How does it feel for you, Liam, to be fighting here in Brisbane at a new venue and what looks a pretty exciting one?
Yeah, this is all I could have ever dreamed of, fighting in Brisbane. So thanks to all involved, my promoter. This is the second time this year for me, and I can't wait to share this card with Paulo Aokuso, Liam Paro, and get the big fights happening back here in Brisbane.
And is it your expectation, Liam, that you go to #1 in the world if you can win a fight on a card like this?
Yeah. Look, hopefully, we're preparing for that. Every fight now I have to treat as a world title fight, because that's where we want to get to. And any fight now is a meaningful one. It's a tough test. So whoever I have on fight night, we're going to be ready.
Yep.
Looking at the venue where we are now is unbelievable. It has a Coliseum feel to it, and you all know what happened at the Coliseum. We've got three fighters up here today that are going to be on the card, and if anybody knows boxing, this is the 3 baddest men in Australia.
Well, you were supposed to be fighting Carlos Gonzalez in this card. We're not quite sure if that fight can take place. He's undefeated in 16 at the moment, but I'm sure that's the style of fighter that you'd want, isn't it? Someone who's going to come towards you and try and bring the fight to you, because you'd be sick of seeing people run away from you.
yeah, look, it'd be an action-packed fight for sure. Look, but we were ready for that fight. We're ready for whoever. We've got our eyes on the world title fight at the back end of the year or start next year. And look, we're ticking over, and we'll be ready for anyone on fight night.
And Emmanuel Navarrete is still the name that you want after what happened in Arizona years ago. Of course, he's meant to be fighting Charlie Suarez again, but I'm sure that you'd love to see Navarrete in the opposite corner in a venue like this to have your revenge.
Look, I'd love to. That's the fight I want. It just goes to show the caliber that he's at. He beat me 2 years ago. He's still the current world champion. And look, we're hoping for that fight. We're hoping for that fight. We'll see how he goes in his next fight against Suarez, but hopefully all goes to plan. He wins, I keep winning, and we can face each other maybe here.
Okay, that is one of the Lambs, Liam Wilson. Now we go to the headline act in this show on September the 18th in Liam Paro. Liam, great to be seeing you again. You've just gone to Cairns and had a big win on a No Limit show. Have a look around here and tell us what it's going to be like for you headlining on main event pay-per-view on a show like this.
Mate, it's what dreams are made of. You know, I'm truly pumped, and like Liam Wilson said before, it's the feel of the Coliseum, and that's where Warriors go to war, and I can't wait to put on a show for everyone. You know, at the new division, welterweight, chasing down a title here, and I've said before, we take no easy fights, and you look at my opponent and his record, and that speaks for itself. You know, I want to be back champion, I want to be two-division champion, and yeah, no easy fights, man. I want to keep testing myself. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, David Paro is number 5 in the world. He's undefeated in 31 professional fights to date. What have you made of what you've seen of him in the time that you've had to have a look?
Look, he's crafty. He's doing something right. He hasn't been beaten, so I want to be the guy to piece the puzzle together, and I'm confident I can do that on September 18. You know, we want to pack this place out, man. I'd love to bring a world title back here. This is one step closer to doing so, and I've always said, man, I'm a proud Queenslander, so to bring it and win a world title on home soil would mean the most to me. So I just, can't stress enough for everyone to get here, buy tickets. You can't beat a live event, so I hope to see you there.
There's been a lot of talk about you in recent times. You must be enjoying all that support that you're getting, all the coverage that you seem to be getting, with everyone talking about your move to welterweight and the things that lurk just around the corner, with names like Manny Pacquiao even being thrown around.
Yeah, 100%. That has to excite you. You know, as a fighter, you want to keep testing yourself, and the legend's back in the game now, and I'd love to fight him. But look, I got a target in a tough target in David Paro on September 18, and I've got to make a statement there to prove and make my my presence felt in the welterweight division. You know, there's been a lot of people saying too small, rah rah rah, but look, I'm just going to show you what it's about. Now I'm just excited. I'm super excited. Like, you look at the lineup here of fighters, and anytime the two Liams on a card, you can expect fireworks, and yeah, I'll stand by that.
Why does this welterweight division excite you so much, this move that you've made in recent times, and which we'll see you put into action for the first time on September 18? Look,
not only got the opportunity to become a two-division world champion, you know, it was getting harder to make the division. Now I'm growing into a man, and just the names there, the division's opened right up, and now that Pacquiao's back there, that's enough of carrots dangling for me to make the move.
And do you see this as a venue that you'd like to bring a world title fight to? Are you talking about bigger and better places? I know Suncorp Stadium has been thrown around, and other names like that. Where are your dreams at when you think ahead to what is potentially possible in the future of Liam Paro?
Look, this place is phenomenal, but look, if we can pack out a 50 to 80,000 arena, man, why not in Queensland? You know, like I said, a proud Queensland. I'm going to win a world title here, and yeah, I can't wait to do so.
And just some final words, Liam, if you could, ahead of our build-up to this fight, because it's only 5 weeks away, September the 18th, with Liam Paro headline against David Paro. Just your final words to those who are watching via the social media and live on Fox Sports, and also those thinking about getting along here on the night here to Brisbane.
Yeah, definitely. Don't hesitate. Get tickets. This is going to sell out fast, and like I said, you can't beat a live event. The atmosphere is electric, and we're going to be sure to bring that to us. 3 fighters up here are going to bring the fire, so let's pack this out and bring more big shows to Queensland.
Thank you so much to Liam Paro, to all the fighters, and to George Rose as well. And thank you for tuning in and joining us for this special announcement here today. To repeat all of the details, it's here at the Pat Rafter Arena in Brisbane, September the 18th, a Thursday night, live on Main Event Television, and all brought to you by No Limit Boxing Promotions. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Ben Damon, and I'll see you at the fights.
Zoo is back. The Butcher is back.
It's time for blood and brutality.
There's nothing like summer in New York City. Something new and unexpected always awaits. And when the plot twists, we can choose to embrace a new chapter.